Hello learners. The purpose of the video to learn basics of Java and also it acts as a stepping stone for learning the advanced Java programming. There are two things to be followed. One is don't skip any part of the video. The second one is you have to attend all the assessment questions which are asked during the video session. I hope it will be very useful for everyone to learn the basics of Java. Happy learning. Let us start the sessions. Today's sessions, we are going to cover features of Java. So in this, basically you are all about Java is a language that has become a very successful and popular because of it has a rich set of features. Java features are also called as Java buzzwords. Today, we are going to discuss a lot of features in Java, like object-oriented. Java is a simple one. It is a secured. Java supporting platform independent. Java is a robust programming. Java is supporting portable and also support architecture neutral, dynamic, interpreted, high performance, multi-threaded, and distributed. So let us see one by one. The first features of Java is object-oriented. Okay. So object-oriented design is a technique that helps the programmer to visualize the program using real-time objects. Java strongly supports the concept of object-oriented programming. Java supports major object-oriented programming features like encapsulation, abstractions, inheritance, and polymorphisms. So what is the advantages over the object-oriented? It is ease of use and reusability. These are the basic advantages over the object orientation. Next, we are going to discuss about the simple. Java is a simple language because of it is very easy to learn and its syntax is very, very simple. So those are learned C and C++. Java syntax is very, very easy and familiar one. Java has removed many complicated and rarely used features. So what are the very rarely used features or complicated features? Like explicit pointers doesn't support in Java. And another important aspect is operator overloading concept also not supported in Java. So that's why Java is a simple one. The next one is Java is a robust. So first of all, you should understand what do you mean by robust, right? So simple meaning is strong. Robust is a strong. Java is a very strong language. That means its capability to handle the runtime errors, automatic garbage collections, exception handling, etc. It makes the Java as a robust one. So what's the meaning of exception handling? So sometimes while executing Java program may arises some abnormal situations. How do you handling these abnormal situations? Java provide a very well-known exception handling mechanisms. And also Java support memory allocation and deallocations automatically through garbage collection concept. Okay, so these are the very important concept. The Java become very strong. Next features, very, very important features of Java is a secure programming language. So look at the diagram. In other language like C, C++, how do you running C and C++ program in the system with the help of OS. On top of the OS, your C, C++ program or applications running. But in case of Java, it also create another secured environment called JVM. JVM is nothing but Java Virtual Machines. On top of OS, another layers are introduced for executing the Java applications. That's why Java is very secure. Okay. So run all of its program inside sandbox of its own. Java has a own environment for executing Java program. That is called Java Virtual Machines. So what is the advantages over this creating the JVM for executing the Java applications? It errors or crashes do not harm the external operating system. Does not allow to interact any part of the operating system. So that's why it is more secure. So next, another important features of Java, that is why Java becomes very popular. It is one of the important features called Java support platform independent. What's the meaning of platform independent? First of all, you should understand what do you mean by platform. Platform is nothing but the hardware and software environment in which the applications or programs runs. How do you achieving this platform independent in Java? There is a concept called bytecode. So through bytecode, we are going to achieving the platform independent in Java. So what's the meaning of bytecode? So it is a generic code. It does not depends upon any particular machines. Whenever you are going to execute Java code in Windows, the window-based JVMs are created for executing the bytecode. Suppose in case your system has Linux environment, so that time the same bytecode able to execute in the Linux machine. So that's why it is called write once, run anywhere. So that is the purpose of the platform independent. Next, we are going to discuss about the another features of Java. What's the meaning? Architectural neutral or portable. The portability actually comes from the architectural neutrality. So generally compilers generate the bytecodes. In other language like C, C++, generating object code. So object code means that object code is depends upon the current architectures, current resources of the system. So machine dependable code. Object code is a machine dependable, whereas bytecode is not machine dependable code. It is a generic code, right? So what is the advantages over the support of architecture neutral or portable? Any changes or any update made in operating system, processor, and system resources. System resources like input and output system, right? So will not enforce any changes in the Java program. Basically, Java is a high-level programming language, right? So it does not depends upon the any system resources, either processor or operating system or other resources. So anything changes made in this resources does not affecting the Java code. So that's why Java supporting architectural neutral or portable. Next, we are going to discuss about another important features of the Java, that is multi-thread. The name implies the meaning multi-threaded. Thread is nothing but is a small part of executions in the program. So multi-threaded means handling multiple tasks simultaneously, executing multiple portion of the same program. The same program has multiple execution parts. That is called as a multi-threaded. So what is the advantages over the support of multi-threaded in Java, resulting in highly interactive, that is very important, and responsive applications. You have to create a highly interactive and responsive applications with you have to adapting the multi-threaded concept. Next, we are going to discuss about the another features, that is distributed. So that means we are going to move on Java program into another level. Another level means whenever you are calling any functions or methods which is available on remote machines, away from current machines, how do you accessing that kind of methods? Whether Java supporting for this purpose? Yes, Java providing the concept called RMI. RMI is nothing but remote method invocations. The another important concept called EJP. EJP stands for Enterprise Java Bean. These are the very important concept used to creating the distributed applications. The things are distributed over the various computers in the network. The another possibilities of distributed features, it also enable multiple programmers at many locations to work together on a single projects. It is also possible through the distributed features of the Java. Next, we are going to discuss about the another features of the Java, that is dynamic. So you are all people are understanding the word dynamic. So dynamic simply referring runtime. So during the runtime, we may able to accessing or we may uploading or downloading whatever things required during the execution of the program, whether Java supporting the things or not. Yes, Java is support. So that is the concept of dynamic. So for example, it support dynamic loading of classes. Whenever we are start the Java program executed in the machines, so first of all, necessary classes going to be loaded in the computer memory before accessing the class methods. So no need to uploading or loading all the classes in the program. Whenever it is required, so that means classes are loaded on demand basis. So that is called as a dynamic. The another concept, Java support dynamic compilations and automatic memory management, that is called as a garbage collections. The dynamically Java releasing the memory. So memory allocations, memory deallocation done automatically in Java, whereas other language like C, C++, that is not a automated one. That is advantages over the one of the advantages over the Java programming, right? And once again, I repeat the features of Java. So Java have rich set of features. Most important features I covered in this video, like object oriented, everything, every application, every program, every applications focused on the objects. So that is a concept of object oriented. Next one is Java is a very simple language because of its syntax is based on the C and C earlier languages like C and C++. That's why it is very simple. And another important thing is Java removing some complicated concepts like pointers concept, operator overloading, multiple inheritance. So these are the concepts removed from the Java side. So that's why it is called as a simple one. Next one is a robust. Java supporting robust. Robust means very strong one. Strong means if it is handling to runtime errors, so automatic garbage collections. So these are the various concepts are supported. That's why Java, it is a robust program. Next one is secure. Because of before running Java code in the machines, so dedicated runtime environment is created in Java application. That is called JVM. That's why it is more secure. Another very, very important concept of Java is a platform independent. Once Java code is created, it can be executed on any environment like Windows, Linux, Mac. Okay, that's why it is a platform independent. So an architecture neutral and multi-threaded concept and distributed and dynamic. Okay. Thank you.